Arguably the most important traffic source for your model. And also we refer to this as your portfolio. It is often the last step the customer will take before going to that OnlyFans or FanView or wherever you're actually funneling traffic to. Not only this, but if you're using TikTok, Reddit, or whatever platform you're actually using externally to market, you're most likely going to be funneling them through the Instagram anyway. So Instagram is extremely important to be optimized, even if it's not your primary source of traffic in itself.
The reason Instagram is so good is because it can be used professionally and socially. Unlike TikTok, where its primary usage is normally going to be either people running random ads for kids to watch or people dancing on there and doing their normal things. It's not really used very professionally, whereas Instagram is. This is why it's the best platform to use as a base layer and a portfolio for anyone who is to see it. So let's go through the basic layout. Firstly, it obviously needs to look aesthetic. You need to have a good description or bio, good profile picture, certain amount of followers and likes. All of this adds up to make it look nice and neat. Ideally, when it comes to posts, we're looking around 12 posts. Now, the reason for this is because people can gather enough information about your model, but don't have too much. So it leaves that mystery, so they're therefore going to convert a lot easier. If there's 100 posts, they're not going to convert because they've seen enough of your model. They can sit there for hours. If there's 2 or 3 posts, they may consider if she's even real, or not sure if they even like the model itself, so obviously do not convert across. 12 posts is the sweet spot that we normally aim for.
If you are looking for more information on how to actually make your Instagram look aesthetic as possible, we have done a video on this in the past, so go on our channel and check that out there. So what are you actually going to want to be doing daily on this Instagram page, either yourself or your VA that you're hiring? We say about 3 posts a week is the sweet spot, and that is main feed posts. So your main feed, you should be posting about 3 a week. If not, some people like to post daily, but it's not 100% necessary. 3 per week should be absolutely sweet. You also want to be posting daily on your story. This is to keep in front of the customer's eyes. So a story, it has been posted in the last 24 hours. Therefore, the customer knows that you're active on socials and you're going to be active on that spicy page. Lots of call to actions on stories work very, very well. Posting lifestyle stuff and just normal activities that girls get up to, going to the gym, posting their food online. I don't know why they do it, but they do. So make it look as realistic as possible by posting this kind of thing. You also want to consider your Reels strategy. Now, Instagram Reels is an extremely good way of getting organic traffic to that Instagram page. Depending on what strategy you're going for, whether you're going for a volume strategy where you're literally just posting loads and loads of Reels every single day, or you're going for a more quality strategy where, you know, you're posting the odd TikTok dance or a more quality post that you want to be posting 1 or 2 a day of those.
So like Carl said, Reels is to gain a new audience, bring a new audience to your page. But when they come across their page, you need to be able to have a good layout. So obviously the call to actions, if they're not on your story, they need to be clear on the highlights, pushing the audience to a certain location, whether it's like, once again, FanView, OnlyFans, or wherever you're monetizing the audience. That needs to be one of the first highlights people see. Then it comes to a few other highlights that are just going to give a bit of personality and a bit of lifestyle behind the model to be able to get that audience a bit more warmed up to what the model likes and how she behaves. So it's easier to then start a conversation and continue a conversation with that model. So yes, story posts are important, but you need to make sure they're also on your highlights and obviously create a bit of personality within the posts as well. So with that new audience coming from the Reels, relate to that model straight away.
This would mean that they are more likely to DM you. Now, I get a lot of questions about DMs themselves. Do you reply? Do you not reply? Do you ignore them? Do you prompt them to DM you? Do you talk to customers in DMs to actually transfer them over to these platforms? Or do you even sell to them in the DMs? Because that is a possible thing that you can do as well. To be honest, it completely depends on what you want to do. Some people like to ignore all the DMs just so that that model is only contactable on those websites that you're pushing them towards. Some people like to reply and talk to every single customer or potential customer that comes to those DMs just to solidify a connection and then push them towards that page. What I recommend is, if you can afford a VA, Have a VA sit on your DMs and push people, just like a chatter would push people to sell. Push people towards that page. This is just going to make relationships, etc., a lot easier to build because you have them on DMs. And just say, look, I'm not very active on here. I'll talk to you more on this site here. And you're just instantly building up a connection with that customer, and then they're being pushed to that page in the end anyway. So this is something that you can put into your daily tasks for your VA to do on the daily.
But to be able to hire staff to go through your DMs, you need to be getting a lot of, to be able to make it justifiable to hiring that staff member. So how do you do this? Well, most of the time we just do it by tricking Instagram to think that your page is more popular than it is. We do this by running a promo. This promo is then going to present that the page is very popular to Instagram. Therefore, they're going to think that people want to see this content, so they're going to push it to new audiences, which then obviously going to grow your account a lot quicker. But what promo are we talking?
You've probably seen promos on any meme pages or any kind of page, in fact, that you follow, and it leads to an OnlyFans girl's profile, and you're thinking, oh, here we go again, another promo. Well, we can use this ourselves with AI models. Whether you're promoting on a meme page or a video gamer page, or in fact any niche that your girl's in, you can promote on there because that audience can be specific to that niche and be interested in that girl. Make sure that this page has a lot of engagement, a lot of followers, and is the right audience for your model, just to make sure that you're going to get the correct amount of conversions for the price tag of the promotion to make sense.
So we're going to run a live example for you, because obviously we're talking about all this theory all the time, but you're probably thinking, how do you know this theory? Like, you've just been told it or what? No, we do it ourselves. This is how we know. Trial and error, practice, 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 which most of you don't do. You just give up pretty quickly. So here is one of our models. Look at the stats. Look at the follows, likes, comments. This is the insights. Now we're going to run some promo on it and then look at the stats afterwards.
So you've just seen the brief stats and insights of the model that we will be running the promo with. Again, we haven't actually touched this account. We just set it up a while ago. Haven't touched it. We haven't done any kind of promo on this before. This is why it's perfect for promo to be put on there right now. So the page that we will be doing promo with, we'll obviously blur out the name, but these are the amount of followers, what the page is briefly looking like, etc. Now, the type of promotion we're going to be doing is we are going to post a reel and then collab that with this page here. Now, this is the video that we're posting. It's completely AI generated video of our model, and it is extremely simple as well. You can recreate this yourself with your own models and also run a promotion on it on a popular page like we have done here. It's not as expensive as you would think. I'm not going to tell you the price because if you figure out what page it is, this may ruin this poor fella's business. So I'm not going to mention that, but you can discover for yourself by just going to random pages or pages that actually make sense for your model, of course, and then asking them if they do promotion, what's their price, etc. You can negotiate. You know, they are businessmen. They do as they please. And what we're going to do is come back in 24 hours, see the new insights of what our page is getting, post some new reels and see how much our page has been boosted by this promotion here and whether it's worth it or not. So it has now been a few days since we ran that promotion. I know I said 24 hours. However, it took a few days for the insights to actually load in. And yesterday's insights still have not loaded in. But as we can see by the views and the profile that's on the screen now, we've gained a shit ton of followers, gained a shit ton of views and a shit ton of likes. Therefore, this promo method is absolutely undefeated. You're tricking Instagram into bringing traffic onto your page because they believe that you are bringing more users onto their platform. It's a very simple exchange and very cheap as well for the amount of interaction and the big organic boost that it will give your account. So I 100% recommend this method. If you are looking for the newest and most updated methods in the industry, you are going to need a network. Now, what do we have? We own the biggest network in the AI space, especially the AI OnlyFans space. So if you are looking to join a community for very, very cheap, go to the description. We also run a mentorship program. So if you are looking to invest a bit more in your education, then go to the description and look at that as well. DM me on Instagram at OFMKyle for more information.